Hey La, welcome to Coffee with Avila. I'm Aviana Lemaire, and I'm incensed because I've been trying to record another video all day. So now, I'm going to be talking about the rage we feel as ADHDers when we're interrupted and stopped so many times that we cannot get what we want done. And the main thing in my mind right now, oh my god, the sensation of rage flying up my chest. This has not even been that thing where somebody is pounding on the door or walking by being so loud it's shocking and it just feels tacky. And I am now having to edit my video 50 million times and all that jazz today. I mean, trucks have been driving by. I've been hearing sounds coming out of machines that I am not accustomed to hearing coming out of anything. Some of this stuff sounds like an instrument has been mic'd, put over a loudspeaker, completely out of tune, and it's just being blasted. It's absolutely amazing. My level of peace right now is pretty much gone. So let's talk because I'm thinking about it. Let's get a real-time account of how maddening this can be, because one of the things I keep thinking is I'm trying to record in this moment in time. I'm having enough moments where I finally have peace and I can record, and to have everything that has been going on slow down for 5 minutes so I can think and accomplish something. And then in this case, with all of the build up to it, and then all of a sudden I finally get everything together and nothing has stopped all day. It's always been something, and I thought it was just, oh, I'm feeling this way, I'm reacting to that sensory input. It's humid, it's cold, it's hot, it's dry, whatever it happens to be, all across the time frame where I'm just dealing with it so I can continue to try to function. Now all of a sudden it's just stuff where, as much as I want to stop going, it's so horrendously loud that I have to stop recording over and over and over again, because I honestly don't know what the mic is going to pick up. But if I'm talking over something that sounds like somebody turned up Big Bird and zapped him in the butt until he started to scream in the highest conceivable pitch bloody murder all day, I can't begin to imagine what it's going to sound like through the mic. So I started to get upset, and one of the reasons why I was getting upset was I was talking about something and I've had this idea for a long time, but it pops back into my head. I can't take notes because things are not set up properly for me right now, and so it's been stressful, and it's been stressful trying to get it set up so I have note-taking space and so that it works for me. So there's an issue with everything. Oh, you can use the phone. First of all, I'm not sure I can use the phone because it's like I'm typing too quickly for it or something. When I try to take notes on the phone, it actively thwarts me with some of the most suspicious and bizarre wording I've ever heard of. I'm telling you, I could write down the title for an idea for a video. Like if I went in today and I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about ADHD emotional response to disappointment or interruption, really. I could put down ADHD emotional response to interruption, and the phone could give me some place name I've never heard of that maybe starts with an A or maybe starts with a W or an S or whatever's going on in the little Audhd area for us gamers. It's like it's trying to be funny. Weirdly often I end up with something that sounds like a business name or a location name, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm taking my notes. If I don't look at it immediately, I think I'm writing ADHD something, and I come back later on and I realize that there's a note in my phone that for some reason says Washington DC upset, and I'm like, what could I possibly have been trying to tell myself? Nothing. I was trying to tell myself nothing. So it's like, okay, I can't get the notes together, but my brain is on it. Let's go ahead and record. So I've got all of this stuff warbling around in my brain, which is often the case because I work very well when I have the inspiration in the moment. I don't usually take notes about my videos. My video ideas, sometimes I do if I have a million things to discuss. But that's a rarity. Usually taking notes actually makes it harder for me because there's more stuff to do and I already know what I'm talking about, or else personally I wouldn't be making it into a video. And so because of the way my mind works, if I know it, it's in there. So I'm not usually taking notes, but today I thought there's so many different subjects I want to hit. This is on a different subject. And now I'm thinking about this. But I end up in this place where I'm just thinking, because everything is swirling in my head and I have a distinct idea of everything that I want to talk about, more interruptions come and I'm like, oh, okay, I got the intro down that time. Okay, I start recording. I'm like, oh no, I feel like I messed up the intro. I'm having a weird energy because it's been a weird day. And like weird weather and weird sensations and something just, I don't know, gross in the atmosphere that doesn't feel cozy. So I feel kind of right now like I'm swimming inside of physical discomfort. So I'm kind of starting behind the curve because I'm in sensory hell. So I start recording, having some issues, finally get the intro down, comfortable talking. The next thing you know, loud, must have been a truck. I don't know if it's trash day and I forgot. I thought not, but it must be, because what else could sound that way? And it is just so loud, and I am pretty sure that no matter what I do, it's going to be heard. I don't want that heard. I don't want to have to fight through it, since now that noise is making me forget what I'm saying. It's a lot about forgetting. A lot of what makes me angry when I'm interrupted like this, I had so many things going on in my head, and each and every interruption is just like it's knocking on that. It's like it's knocking on a door, but on the other side of the door is a series of shelves, and those shelves contain all of my ideas in order, properly arranged. And so the louder the knocking, the more vehement the vibrations, and the more repeated those vibrations get over and over, the more everything just starts to get jarred and wiggly and warbly and close to the edge of the shelf on the other side of the door, and then it just all starts to fall off. Chaos, breakage, rolling away. Just it's pure chaos. You want your stuff up, tidy, and on the shelf. You don't want it in a million shards on the floor, and whatever survived getting mixed up with the other things. All these different ideas are intricate. It's like having a million open jars of microchips or chips of gemstones, and they're all different gemstones. Maybe you're good at them and you like them like I do. Yeah, I'm the autist who likes rocks, okay? Sometimes the cliche is real. I like rocks, I like crystals, I have them everywhere. I usually have some within an inch of me. I'm wearing some today. It's not just because I think they're pretty. I truly adore the rocks and the crystals. But I'm thinking about this, maybe that shelf on the other side, you've got jars filled with those little chips of crystals, and they are tiny little suckers, and you might have 100 of them, or you might have more. And the next thing you know, let's say you've just got this huge expanse of hardwood flooring, and they just all go. The containers break, so you can never put them back where they were before, because that's how ideas often work when they're interrupted properly, right? Eventually they can break, and you start to lose your containment for them. There's nothing like losing containment of something that you know is a good idea, that you feel good about. And I had an idea. I still have the idea, felt good about it, was prepared to talk about it, or at least to try. Kind of a tired, sleepy day, would like to just honestly sleep it all off and not be awake in this atmosphere, but don't necessarily want to do that through every day that feels weird, because that could be a much shorter life than what you're going for experientially. But again, it's like the knocking, the vibrating, the interruption on that one side of the door. Someone just keeps going at it, and it's jarring all of these shelves attached to the other side, and the shelves are holding a million chips of stones. And even if you really like them and you can re-separate them, as I can, who wants to go through and re-separate thousands of miniature chips of gemstones? And the truth is, to a certain degree, I could have fun with something like that. If you had a huge bag of them and you're like, I'll never be able to get this giant bag full of rocks separated, what am I going to do? I'd probably be like, ooh, that could be fun, let me separate it with you. But that's in a good and peaceful environment where I enjoy doing stuff like that, and things like sorting coins. I enjoy that. But what I do not enjoy, even with the coins, is after you've properly sorted them and something goes crazy, and due to someone else or something stupid and outside of your control in that moment, they just go crazy, and now you have to sort them all over again. So if my ideas are properly sorted into the proverbial glass jars, I not only don't want them jarred by the door, I don't want them thrown everywhere. I don't want my little, I just hit my elbow on the desk. It actually didn't hurt as badly as I thought it would, but it didn't feel good. I not only don't want my containment for the ideas to be broken and just forget the order in which I wanted to discuss things and the general subject matter, but I don't want all the ideas getting tossed onto the floor, because I don't want them down there, and I don't want to have to go around scrounging on my hands and knees or trying to pick them up. It's just chaos. I had them in order. I was already done with that. I was happy with it. And now they're just everywhere, scintillating like an all too natural rainbow of utter, frilling chaos. And it's a nightmare. And I just find myself feeling extremely unsettled, because I was so prepared to talk. All these other things going on in life, sometimes it's not always that easy. If you're not in a perfectly curated situation for your own life and your own needs, getting something done is not always that easy for us. A lot of stuff gets in there. The sensations of just being alive on an earthly atmosphere can be extremely overwhelming. Having people involved, the mere temperature, and I get my stuff together, and the next thing you know, there's so many massive environmental interruptions that I just can't keep my ideas together anymore. So I had to take a few breaks just so I could get my mind back together and calm down the exhaustion and the sadness. And the first thing that hit me was sadness, because I'm feeling kind of sleepy, and anger takes a lot of energy. So when I'm feeling kind of sleepy, it's easy for me to get extremely disappointed and just feel sad instead, because something bad happened and I'm going to feel an emotion about it, but it could be myriad emotions that I'm feeling as a response. Sometimes things are crazy enough that I end up laughing, but right now, today doesn't happen to be one of those days. I didn't laugh. So I finally ended up trying again, and heard some kind of noise that I swear is like whatever it was that I just said a minute ago. It's like somebody took an instrument out of tune and mic'd it, and it's on a loudspeaker, and it is just persistent and it will not stop, and I don't know what's going on. But it blasted all of my thoughts out of my mind. And I just thought, well, that's it then. That's when I went from sadness to rage. Because I feel like I'm losing my ideas. It makes me feel like I'm losing my mind. And in a way, because my ideas are kind of a product of my mind and I've just lost them, it's almost like I did. So I'm on the edge right now. I'm thinking, hey, why not talk about this? Well, it's very fresh in my mind. Let's just go into that subject matter. My autistic and ADHD experience of this. It's one of those things where you want to start, I don't know, cursing out your computer screen, or just generally being nasty to the air, because it's the only thing around you that seems to be accepting your words and the insistence of your mood. It's just, what the heck? Need to take a moment, calm myself down, know that if it's not working, there's a reason for it. But I'm tired, and I put a lot of work into getting this video together. I lit a candle. Look it. See how it's sitting over there? If you can see it, it's sitting over there. It's got a nice glow. It's orange. My candle was not lit for the video. It was already lit. I just adore the candle. It's coffee scented. I'm really loving the whole thing. It's a good sensory stim. Already had my iced coffee. When I started trying to record this stuff, the thing was about full. Now it's getting emptier and emptier. So much time has gone by, and I put this candle over here because today I just thought I have the space to set something cute here, and I think it actually looks quite nice. I always kind of want to do that because it's such a beautiful light. It looks so nice in general, but today I did it. And I'm just sitting here burning through candle like they're going out of style, like wax is going out of style, like scent is going out of style, like my own personal sense of decorum and energy is just going all the way out of style tomorrow, and I need to burn it all up today because it's been so melted. I'm annoyed. I don't want to waste my delicious, delightful candle. At a certain point, a scented candle has been too much. And I'm sitting here recording now. It's not too much yet, but I haven't yet done the magical thing where you blow it out, walk out of the room for something, and then walk back in and see if it's a little overpowering by comparison. I don't know. There's something about that concept that you have something and you have worked for this thing and you've put your energy into it, and you finally get to a place where you can come to some state of fruition. All of this work, all the seeds you planted, all of the all the rows you were hoeing, and all of the work that goes into doing it. And the next thing you know, you've got what appears to be a great big orchard full of trees, but you can't film them because a million squawking albatrosses just decided to start flying down from all the way across the globe, flinging themselves wildly at your neck as if they're... I watched this movie and didn't know what it was. They just said it was a good movie. I didn't know it was a slasher flick. But just flying out of nowhere like there are oh so many characters inside of... Now I've forgotten the name of the movie. Inside of Sinners, just trying that... Screaming albatrosses just flinging themselves around my neck the whole time I'm trying to film. How can you catch a good orange tree when you've got a crazed albatross trying to run you completely out of your last sense of calm for the rest of your life that day?